So now that you've kind of learned to make a noise in the first video, what you first main call you want to use, the most used turkey call, is yelping. To yelp is most of the time when a hen is calling to a gobbler, or her yelp is besides clucking is her main vocabulary. To me, clucking is more, and we'll go over clucking too, and yelping. And then, so yelp has really two, if not three, notes. You've got your front end, and then your rollover or your middle note, then back to your rasp. And how to get that is all with your tongue pressure. So the more pressure, the higher the note. The lower pressure, the more raspier the note. So all you have to do is don't really focus on dropping your tongue, but drop your jaw, and your tongue will follow because it's connected. The way your mouth is made, your tongue will drop if you drop your jaw. If you notice a hen when she's yelping, she drops her jaw. Yep, 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 like that. So, like the first video, we talked about getting the high note. Put the tongue in your mouth, huff across the call, pant like a dog. That's what you want for your front. You'll get a middle, and then you'll drop over to the back end. If you notice, there's kind of three. I know it sounds weird right now, but when you put it together, it'll work. Three notes. So what you do is practice getting that high to low. Don't really focus on the middle until you get to it, and then that'll kind of blend in to where you can't really hear it a whole lot. So again, now your cadence, and what I mean by cadence is your rhythm, your cadence to a yelp is maybe more important than your sound. Because if you're just monotoned and just a long, slow, drawled out yelp, it doesn't really sound right. And if you focus on that high in front too much, you'll catch yourself doing that. What I mean is you'll catch yourself dragging that note out. You don't want to drag that note out. And what I mean is it'll sound like this. So you hear a lot of people calling like that, which is fine. There's people that kills turkeys that way. But to get more realism, kind of speed that up. Watch a hen, watch her drop her jaw on, YouTube or whatever. Watch a hen in the woods, yump, 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 yump. She doesn't drag that note out a lot. She just... What that also does, that kind of hides that note mixing together. It kind of mixes it together to where it's not as noticeable. So that's a yelp. Now that could be maybe one of the hardest turkey calls to really master right. Now a lot of people will yelp and they don't have a high in front. They'll just do just a raspy yelp, just a... which kills a lot of turkeys. But if you want to get that realism, practice getting that high to low note. That. You notice the difference in the way a lot of people with a real raspy call. See? But to really get the realism in it, get that high note to that lower. Now, there's also a couple different types of yelp. You got your kind of real tree yelp. You're waking up. You're just, when she's not really aggressive or she's not really calling, she's just yelping to be yelping. It's kind of just control your air pressure, less pressure, kind of ease off that. you want to use that more when you've got a gobbler close or he's working and he's interested. Back off. Don't call real heavy to him because you can lock him up. So you want to do that if you're real close, or if he's coming. If you're going to call at all, don't call loud. Back it off. Do a soft yelp. It's more of a subtle call, like, hey, I'm here, come over here. Not like, hey, here I'm coming looking for you. So that's the difference in the two. If you throw a lot of aggressive yelps, he thinks you're coming to him. If you kind of back off, then it's more like, I'm over here, come on. So, soft yelp. And then your normal yelp. And if you want an aggressive yelp, like you're really fired up, you're really looking for that gobbler, and you want to throw a few cuts in there, and we'll go over that in a little bit. And a lot of times with my aggressive yelp, I'll speed it up just a tad bit. And then you also have an assembly yelp, and this is more in the fall or when turkeys are gathered up. An old hen, she'll do an assembly yelp, which is a lot of just steady yelps. It's not 1, 2, 3 notes. It's more just a constant yelping. And a lot of times an assembly yelp, she'll cut down lower and pick up higher. So that's an assembly yelp. So the one call you need is a yelp. To do it right, I don't want to say effectively, it takes a little bit of practice. To do it effectively, it works different for different people. I've seen a lot of people kill turkeys that just have a yelp that you wouldn't think would work. So practice it. Get your yelp down first. Your yelp and your cluck is probably your most two used turkey calls you'll use in the woods.